All right, so let's start this off by saying, number one, firstly, I took a trade that I made about 26,000 pips. It was a 2,615 point movement. That's 26,150 pips on US30. So this is that same trade that we broke down in the previous video. So we're not going to be breaking down this trade, but now we've officially hit my target that I did predict on the 9th of September. So what we're going to be doing in this video is actually I'm going to give you a couple of principles, a couple of rules to follow when you are trading. So when you are trading and you are holding a trade long term, how to deal with your nerves, what to do and what not to do. Because the problem a lot of traders make is that when it comes to holding a trade long term, the second they see any form of pullback or any type of drawdown, just any point that can be deemed a reversal, people tend to panic. And that's the problem when it comes to trading, especially when you want to swing trade. You need to not panic. You need to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through, my boy. And that's what we're going to be discussing today. I'm going to give you guys the tips that I do when I hold a trade for a long period of time, what I do, what I don't do, and the things that you need to do to make sure you are overall and ultimately successful. Okay, so of course, before we even move on, I just kind of want to show you the trade and everything that kind of happened so that you get like a better understanding of what I did and how I was able to kind of focus through this type of trade. So let's just check that out first. So first things first, this is basically our entry point. You guys can clearly see our entry point was around here. I do have a full video breaking it down, so we're not even going to get into that at all. I took another trade there as well, which is of course a buy. I took another buy over there, but then of course, as you guys can see, I got cooked, and then I took another buy over there and it won. All right, it was an absolutely mean trade. There is a couple of things that I do want to go over when it comes to a trade like this. So there's a couple of rules we need to discuss, and we're going to start with rule number one. Everything starts before you even take the trade. So what do I mean by that? The first and foremost rule to make sure that you are able to even hold your trades for days, weeks, or months starts with everything you do before you even place the trade. So the reason I was able to hold for about 17 days now since I actually took it, the reason I was actually able to do that was because I did all the analysis beforehand. It's important to do all the analysis beforehand and have your projections for your trade. Don't just take a trade because, oh, I see a break of structure, so we're just gonna go all the way to the top end. We're just gonna ride the momentum and that's it. That's all the information you're gonna go over. That is not something I recommend that you actually do. What you have to do is go there objectively. You have to know, where do you see this trade in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days? What is your projection for the trade? You can't just say, hey, let's just hold it and let's just hope for the best as the trade goes. You need to have strong key levels that you do want to see a trade reach. If you break structure, you need to understand, we're breaking structure, where could the potential next level be before we see any pullback, any reversals? That's what you do. That is basically the foundation of holding a trade for the long time. It all starts before you take the trade. You need to build the foundation of the trade to make sure you are able to be effective and objective going forward. Okay, so second on the list is going to be find your reversal zones. So if you were going to enter a trade going bullish, you need to find where could you have a potential reversal for the bears. If you have entered a trade going bearish, you need to find where's a potential reversal zone for the bulls. And also you need to identify the overall trend of the market. That is how you're actually going to be able to find these reversal zones. That's how you're going to be able to not be surprised or caught off guard when you're on a trade. It is very, very important that you don't just predict as to, I want to take a buy, I want my buy to go to this destination, I want it to cover about 2,000 points in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. But in between that space, you don't have potential areas that could be danger zones, potential areas where you could use the pullbacks as re-entries. So you need to always find the danger zones. You need to always find the potential reversal zones. If you find the potential reversal zones when you enter a trade, it's always going to keep you in tune with what is happening. So when you enter the buy and you see price start to slow, start to consolidate, you see some pullback on that trade, you're not surprised because you've already predicted for it. You've already prepared for it. And there's not one single trade that you are going to be holding for over 1,000 points that is just going to go in your direction without any slowing momentum, without any contest between bears and bulls, and without any reversals. So it's important that you identify these zones so you're never caught off guard. Okay, so the third tip, right? The third tip on this list is going to be swap your mindset. So when you enter a swing trade, remember there's different types of day traders out there. There's day traders, there's going to be swing traders, which is a whole different type of trader. There's scalpers as well. There's different types of traders out there. So you need to identify the kind of trader you are and also be able to swap your mindset depending on the type of trade you're going to take. So if you are going to take a swing trade and traditionally you are like a scalper, you prefer a lot of quicker trades, you need to swap your mindset from being a scalper into a swing trader. So what do I mean by this? When you're a scalper, you don't have the luxury to kind of just place your trades and kind of forget it, because you're in there for quick movement, you make your money and you dip. You pip and you dip. That's basically what you do when you're a scalper. But when you're a swing trader, you place your trades and you go about your day, you go about your life, and all you do is check in every now and again. And it doesn't matter what's happening in the markets, you kind of just check in. And like I said, with the first rule, it's preparation before you even take the trade. So if you're in some drawdown or you're in some pullback, you're not too worried as long as you've marked up and anticipated this going into the trade. So you have to swap your mindset from being a scalper to a swing trader. You don't need to watch your trades, you just need to monitor your trades. So just monitor your trades. Stop watching them, monitor them. You have put in the work beforehand. You have all these confirmations, you had all these levels and these potential reversal zones marked up. You had all these things done before you even placed the trade. You have your projections. So it's important to trust your analysis and let the trade go. It's very, very important that you do this. So swap the mindset, get into a swing trader's mindset if you're gonna be holding swing trades for a long time. All right, so number 4 on the list is going to be your lot sizing when it comes to taking a swing trade. So when I scalp, of course, I'm using a higher lot size, I'm using fewer positions so they're easier to manage, but so that I can also make a lot of money in a short space of time. But when I'm going to be taking a swing trade, especially with, usually my SL is also going to be a lot wider than it is going to be when I'm taking a scalping trade as well. That's of course to, when I'm entering a trade, I'm trying to make 2,000 points from the trade. I'm not going to have a 50-point SL. It makes absolutely no sense, because when you have those kind of projections, you're usually using higher time frames. So you have to accommodate for higher time frames, pullbacks and drawdown. So usually my SL is a lot higher. So I can't go in with the same lot sizes I use on a scalping trade, because I would find myself getting cooked a lot more and not risking correctly. So you have to adjust your lot sizes accordingly. One of the strategies that I like to use when it comes to swing trading is I like to break down my standard lot sizes. So listen, let me make an example. If I'm scalping and I use, say, a 1 standard, right? Say I just use 1 standard when I'm scalping. If I'm gonna be taking a crazy swing trade, I'm probably gonna use just say an 0.50, right? An 0.50 first. And then as I gain momentum, I'll probably stack up more positions and stack up more positions as I hold for the long term, just to make sure I'm able to get maximum output. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to hold a trade for 5 to 6 weeks and scalp a couple of hours a day, and in one day make the same amount you would have made if you entered a trade for 5 to 6 weeks. Then it's kind of pointless. Might as well all just be scalpers. So I do tend to play with my lot sizes as well as we go. I drop them first at entry in case of any pullback. When I get a lot more momentum, I tend to then add more so that I make a lot more money. My 1 standard, of course, will still make a lot more money, but when you're holding for a long period of time and there's potential opportunities to re-enter, I always do that as well. So always play with your lot sizing. Never enter with the scalper's lot size, especially if you're gonna be holding for a longer period of time, or you will get cooked. It's just one of those things, guys. Okay, so the final thing on the list, and that's kind of just gonna tie up everything together. Trust the process. You have to trust the process. Those things that I gave you were basically just 5 tips on how to manage a swing trade, how to manage a swing trade effectively, and some of the things that I do as well when I'm in a swing trade. 5th thing on the list is going to be trust the process. You're going to be holding trades for a longer period of time. Stop trying to force trades every single day because you get jittery. You need to control, you need to have a strong mindset. You need to have a very strong, powerful mindset if you're going to be holding trades for the longer term. So make sure you trust the process as well. Even if your trade is in drawdown, even if you hit consolidation, because even in this trade, we hit consolidation for like 3, 4, 5 days, right? And this was about a 16-day hold. So 3 to 5 days, that was consolidation as well after we entered the trade. And you have to trust the process. You have your projections, you have to be focused. So that's one of the things I want you to always do, is trust the process. Also, team, if you guys definitely like this video, I do have more tips that I do want to tell you as well. We can go a lot more in depth as well. And if you guys want to know those, just tell me And of course, I will make another video, a part 2 of this, and I will break down for you guys as well as to what to do to really make sure you get the maximum output from taking a couple of swing trades. So I appreciate everybody who took the time to watch this video. And of course, I will catch you guys in the next video. But most importantly, there's something very, very important I have to tell you. And that is, of course, the SE Trading X Academy waitlist is officially open. It is open and it is live as of this moment right now. Hey, make sure you guys head on over to the link in description down below. Click on it so you guys can head on over and join the waitlist, so you guys can join the SE Trading X Academy and learn from me directly. I have over 60 plus videos in there that you guys can use to definitely help change your trading careers. We have a lot of great stories that are coming out of the SE Trading X Academy, and we just had one launch this year. This is the second launch. Do not miss out on this opportunity, especially if you are serious about taking your trading to the next level, especially if you want to see those profits roll in. Make sure you guys click that link in the description. Come and join the waitlist, and yeah, you guys can be lucky few to make it into the academy and start earning crap ton of money. Love you guys and I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.